It is a cold, 0 degrees Fahrenheit winter morning on a weekday in February. You wake up and turn on the television to watch the morning news. You learn from the news that a series of very strong earthquakes have occurred along the Cascadia subduction zone off the coast of the state of Washington. Major damage has occurred in Seattle and surrounding areas. Fuel docks in the Pacific Northwest have been severely destroyed, and most parts in western Canada, Washington, and Oregon are out of service. The tsunami reaches a stretch off the Pacific Northwest coast from northern California to southeast Alaska and inundates many areas along the coastline. Now that refineries and ports in Washington and Vancouver have been severely damaged and there are competing demands for petroleum fuels along the West Coast, procuring additional diesel fuel becomes very difficult. While Alaska refineries can produce diesel and heating fuel using crude oil produced on the North Slope and transport the fuel by pipeline, the fuel produced by the refineries is not sufficient to cover the demands of all of Alaska. Because of competing demands for petroleum, fuels in the interior Alaska regions, AT&T and the government expect that it could take up to one full month, 30 days, to procure and deliver emergency diesel fuel to most of interior Alaska. The governments declare a state of emergency. The plan to evacuate all residents who have life-threatening medical conditions to nearby emergency shelters. Emergency responders tell you that they will begin to distribute basic supplies within the next day, including food, water, first aid supplies, flashlights, and batteries. As in the case of the previous scenario, AT&T will only be able to sustain critical public and private operations in a limited capacity until they get additional fuel. If you have generators or your oil and gas heating systems or wood-fired heaters, these could be used for heating. Your water pipes could freeze and burst if you cannot get some heat or drain them. If you have an individual well or electric water pump, they will not work unless they are connected to the generator. When storing food that needs refrigeration during cold winter is a less crucial issue than summer, some of your perishable food might become unsafe to eat and need to be thrown out if you cannot hook up your refrigerators to a generator or store it in a safe place outdoors.